Hey everybody, Slippery Slope here with your 5th tutorial in the XHTML and CSS series. And we just went over how to do line breaks and paragraphs, so it's cool that we know where to put our text here in the body section, and we know how to separate it, but we want to start doing some stuff with it. And yeah, we can do just that. Now, if I wanted to bold text, make it stand out just a little bit more, let's say I wanted to bold Green Day, because after all, this is the unofficial Green Day version 2.0 headquarters of Topeka, Kansas, I would use this tag, the strong tag. And let's say I wanted to italicize something. If you've ever used Microsoft Word, for example, you already know what italics are, and I'm going to go ahead and assume that, because, I mean, come on, who hasn't had to use Microsoft Word or a document thingy program like that before, So, yeah. Let's save this, and then I will talk to you about what just happened here. Yeah. Green Day is a day in Canada in which they celebrate green things and four-leaf clovers. Noticed only Canada was italicized, and Green Day was not bolded. Would you like to know why? Because it's inside a heading. Yeah. So take this strong tag and let's put it in this non-heading text. And just for the sake of consistency, let's move the italics tag as well. And let's italicize Walt Disney in tribute, because they've made some really amazing movies over the years. Bambi makes me sad. I don't want to think about Bambi or Dumbo right now, because I'd probably cry. Let's save this again and reload, refresh. Tapioca is now bolded. Walt Disney is now italicized. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, hey, like to bold, don't you just use B instead of strong? And to italicize, don't you use I instead of EM? Well, what I can tell you is this is the right way to do it. And I don't know what else to say about that. You don't want to do that with XHTML at this point in our lives. And this is just the correct way. Yeah. So if you want to remember how to do these things, like just remember EM probably stands for emphasis. That makes a lot of sense. So that's not too bad. Strong, that seems a little arbitrary, but just think strong as in, like, it makes the text stand out. It makes it seem stronger than the other text, more powerful because it's emboldened, I don't know. Well, that's just my way of just trying to explain it. Yeah, so there's another font tool here, another set of font tags I'd like to show you. It's TT, totally tubular. Actually, let's save it and take a look. Typewriter style. So now Mortal Kombat for the Sega Pico, because the Sega Pico is now kind of an older system. Well, the Sega Pico is now in typewriter font along with Mortal Kombat, and Mortal Kombat's been around for a while too, and it's a pretty cool series. So, yeah. So now you know how to bold, now you know how to emphasize, and now you know how to do typewriter style. And typewriter, that's not mandatory or anything, and I mean it's not the most commonly used, but it's just something you can do in case you want to make piece of your website stand out in that particular way. If you want to go old school like that, let's get rid of it. Let's just say no. Say no to typewriters. And I'm going to show you how to do one more thing. Let's try this. Let's make a header 3, because that'd be close to the average of what H1 through H6 would be, according to my grade school education. And I want to type here, or we want to type in here, Billy Joe Armstrong, is he a robot, or is he an alien, or is he Bob Dole? There we go. And let's say we want to segment this off, We want H1 and H3, these two headers, to, let's just, you know what? This looks a little ugly too. I'm going to write in here, Fairy Wrinkle Mania Magic Dancers. And between this header and its text, and this header and this text, let's put a horizontal rule. What is a horizontal rule? Let's save it and find out. Boom! This thing right here. That's a horizontal rule. And, you know, there are other things you can do with it. You don't just have to put in a horizontal rule and say, hey, that's it, such is life. You can put in a size. Save it. Give it a shot. Boom! Again, here comes the boom yet again. That looks like a text field almost. It looks like something you want to click and enter text in it. That's not really appealing now, is it? Well, there's one other thing we can do, and we could just forget about the size, you know, just forget about it. And put in no shade. Hey, don't tell me to do things. That was rude of me. That was a really rude way of saying that. I was just a little surprised by that pop-up, and I didn't mean to be aggressive. I apologize. Let's reload again. And supposedly the no shade is gone. Like, did you notice it? Because I didn't notice it. So let's try not putting a no shade. Yeah, it's so subtle, dude. It is so subtle. So subtle. Well, you could try experimenting with that if you want to. But the last thing I want to show is, like, let's say you want to put in a comment that doesn't actually appear on your page, but you just want to say, let whoever's viewing the source know something. Like, you want to put in your usual less than sign, exclamation point, a couple of hyphens for good measure, and write, I know that you know that I know that I know you're looking at this. Put an end bracket to isolate that. But you need another couple of hyphens. And yeah, try saving that. Try reloading your website. Notice it doesn't appear. So yeah, Green Day is a day in Canada in which they celebrate green things with four-leaf clovers. Fairy, wrinkle, mania, magic dancers. Billy Joe Armstrong, he is a robot, or is he an alien, or is he Bob Dole? Tapioca pudding on ice, presented by Walt Disney in a cryogenic freezer. Mortal Kombat for the Sega Pico. If you got all that down, awesome. If not, feel free to watch again. And if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to subscribe. Thank you. Peace. See you later.